Hello, Council Bluffs Area Chamber of Commerce members. This is Drew Camp, President and CEO of the Council Bluffs Area Chamber of Commerce, here for another one of our candidate interviews with an individual running for office in the June 7th primary ballot. Today, we're joined by Andrew Moates. He's running for County Recorder. Andrew, thank you for joining us.
Hi, thanks, Drew. Thanks for having me.
So jumping right into the questions, we'll start with the first one, and it's fairly broad about the county. It's what do you see as the top issues for Pottawattamie County, and how will you address them if elected to the position of of recorder?
Yeah, so I think one of the biggest issues is telling our story and making our resources as widely available as possible. So I think looking at the Board of Supervisors, they're looking at hiring a PR manager. So if elected as a department head, I'd look forward to taking full use of that PR manager, help tell our story, help us reach the constituents of Pot County as best we can. And that kind of goes hand in hand with making more available online. I think COVID taught us that we need to think differently. We closed our doors to the public, but we're still available online and over the phone. So that meant adding more resources online, adding more services online. For the recorder's office, that means putting more historic documents online. Just last week, we got a look at a preview site where we're looking at getting more historic documents online. This time it'll be index books. So I think making more available to the public and trying to educate the public on what's available to them, I think is the biggest challenge facing government.
Well, thank you, Andrew.
Yeah.
And moving into the next question, it's more so, obviously a lot of times it's the Board of Supervisors at just that, what their role is as far as advocacy lobbying at the state level. But I do like to give it individuals and other elected offices at the county an opportunity. Is there something at the state level that you think is important to point out that could impact the recorder's office, and how would you advocate for or against that if elected to the office?
Yeah, so a lot of what the recorder's office does is directed by the state. It's defined in state law. So we rely on the state for a lot of things. I think one of the things that we run into every day is some of the sites that the state gives us to serve the public with. And for example, the Vitals record site, where we can pull your birth certificate, death certificate, anything like that you're looking for, is lagging behind. And we've been in touch with some legislators from across the state, just from our office, trying to reach out, get the ball rolling, and just make sure that they're aware of what's going on. We know the state's working on it, and they keep telling us we're working on it. But when we're waiting 5 to 10 minutes with the customer trying to get that document to print, it really prohibits us from getting through the line and serving our customers as fast as possible. So I know this is very specific to the recorder's office, but it's something we deal with on a daily basis. So that's something we're looking to address.
And there's nothing wrong with that. That's a real world issue that has to be addressed at a level that you can't necessarily directly impact. So it's good to know that some advocacy is being done on that front.
Yeah.
You look at opportunities that are being presented to the county. What do you see biggest opportunity for the going forward?
So I kind of think this ties back into our biggest challenge. And I think with COVID, that brought a lot of funding for it nationally and statewide. And that's trying to not just get into the digital age, but I think we have a real opportunity to be a leader in that space. I think we also have a real opportunity here in Pot County that's unique, is to take advantage of the Avoca courthouse and expand services to the eastern side of the county. The recorder's office, just a couple months ago, we started a passport day in Avoca once a month. And I think all that leads to more visibility for the county and for county government, and that helps get people involved. And that's really what it's all about.
And then when you look at, obviously, representing the chamber and the business community for Council Bluffs and Pottawattamie County. So what opportunities do you see to partner with and work with the chamber and the business community in your day-to-day operations within the recorder's office if elected?
Yeah, so I think the recorder's office is unique for county government, where a lot of our clients and our customers are local businesses. We work with a lot of attorneys, a lot of realtors, funeral homes, title companies, things like that. They come to our office every day. So a lot of the job is serving them. So I think looking to partner with the chamber, not only just to better serve the customers, but to educate the rest of the local business community about what we do and how the recorder's office might be able to help. I thought there's another unique opportunity the recorder's office has to partner with the chamber. We're just kicking off a honor rewards program through our real estate recording vendor in an effort to encourage our local veterans to record their DD-214s, their discharge records. We'll be partnering with local businesses to provide veteran discounts essentially, and just be a repository for all that information. So the veteran comes and records their discharge papers with us, and we'll help them sign up and get this discount card. So I think it's a cool and unique opportunity to partner with the local business community and kind of help share all that information with our veterans.
Well, that's really nice. And then obviously it gives you an opportunity to work with another county department at the VA as well. So.
Exactly.
And then kind of giving you an opportunity to speak a little more about yourself as an individual, what unique skills do you bring to the position?
Yeah, so I think the biggest asset I bring is experience in government. When I was at Iowa State, I interned for Senator Grassley in DC. I worked for the Story County Auditor's Office doing elections. Since returning to Pottawattamie County after graduation, I worked elections again in our auditor's office. I worked for the Board of Supervisors and now in a leadership role as deputy recorder in the recorder's office. I think I know how county government works, and more importantly, I know how the recorder's office works. And as deputy recorder, I've made great strides to not only improve services, but to cut the office's budget. So that's really the name of the game, is expanding resources and being a good steward of taxpayer resources.
Well, thanks specifically for noting the different pieces you've done. Obviously, experience is always a positive thing. So I'm glad you were able to highlight some of the things that you've been able to do at the federal and the county level of government. So kind of wrapping some things up, I just want to give you a chance to note anything else you may not have had a chance to so far, and just really, kind of the boilerplate question you always hear in these kinds of things. Why should people cast a ballot for you in the June 7th primary?
Yeah, so typically when I go and talk to different groups, I'm lucky if anybody knows what the recorder's office does or if they care what we do. But what people do care about is that their elected officials know what they're doing. They have common sense and will be a good steward of taxpayer resources. I believe I have a proven record on all those things with my time in county government. I believe that I'm the most qualified and most ready to take over the job on day one. And as deputy recorder, I'm essentially doing the job. So really all I'm asking for is a chance to keep working and serving the people of Pottawattamie County as best I can, and to keep working with the awesome team in the recorder's office.
Well, Andrew, thank you very much. We really do appreciate you taking the time, and best of luck heading into the primary on June 7th.
Well, thank you.